Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome into this week's 1, 2, 3. Got a good verse for you guys. It's one that's, again, commonly misunderstood. And it's Matthew 18, verse 20. Really interesting one. I'm sure you've heard it before. It says, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I among them." So it's good news from Christ to his disciples, talking about his omnipresence, which points to his deity. But what else is going on in this verse? Typically you hear this in a prayer, that where the 2 or 3 are gathered in your name, Jesus, you promise to be with us. But is Christ's presence conditional on there being just 2 or 3 people? No, of course not. We wouldn't say that. And Jesus was an advocate of individual prayer, as seen in Matthew 6:6. But why do we say that? And why does this verse say 2 or 3? Well, the reason is that this verse has absolutely nothing to do with prayer. Kind of fascinating. If you look at the entire paragraph, it's nothing to do with prayer. So what is this verse talking about, though? So, truth number 1, Jesus, as the head of the church, delegates authority and responsibility. That's really what this is getting at. It's the punchline of a paragraph where Jesus is talking about reconciliation between believers, where one has sinned against the other. That if they don't listen, or if they don't repent, go to 1 or 2 others to bring. And so it's talking about church discipline. That Christ is the head of the church, but even if he isn't physically with us, he is with us if we dwell with him and follow his commands. And so we can be competent to lead others in helping them out of sin if they're believers. In a sense, we have authority and responsibility to help each other navigate this life. And so, Jesus, as the head of the church, delegates authority and responsibility. That's really what Matthew 28, verse 20 is talking about. But so then truth number 2, and this is good, Christ is present where one is gathered in his name. We don't have to go to a priest or a temple or a church building. We can go to him anytime through the blood of Christ on the cross. We have access to God anytime. Do you believe that? That's amazing. So when you wake up in the morning and you really don't feel like getting out of bed, it's one of those days. I've been there. And go to him. Ask for strength for that day. And with the pandemic, times when activities are canceled, or problems with work or sports or with school, man, take that to Christ. Go to him. He's the Prince of Peace. Cast your anxieties on him because he cares for you. You don't need anybody else with you. Go to him. Go to Christ. You can dine with him any time because he's present where one is gathered in his name. So, good news from Matthew 18, verse 20. Truth number 1, Jesus, as the head of the church, delegates authority and responsibility. And then truth number 2, Christ is present where one is gathered in his name. So, there you have it. 1, 2, 3. 1 verse, 2 truths, 3 minutes, and it's all for you.